Fine, and you? You okay?
Yeah, very good, thank you. Nice to speak to you. Can we just check on the fitness situation? Is Calvert-Lewin ready to play again in this match?
No. I saw in the press that the people talking about Seamus, Coleman, and Dominic, but they are not ready yet. They are training, they are starting on the pitch little by little, but they are not ready for this game.
And what about Richarlison and Gomez?
Exactly the same situation. So they continue working and they are getting better, but they are not ready for this game.
Just on Richarlison, he's been saying in an interview in Argentina that I don't know what my future holds. Should Evertonians be concerned by what he's been saying at all?
To be fair, yesterday I was having lunch with him and then he was happy. And then we were talking about the future, about his situation. So, and the main thing is to be sure that he is fit. And I was talking with his people, and it was a very nice conversation, and everything was positive. And the player wants to be fit, to score goals, and to do well for us. That's it.
Sure. Well, it's a massive game at Old Trafford, Rafa, and you know what it takes to win there. You won there with Liverpool in 2009, with Chelsea in 2013. If you win there again with Everton, you'll be the first manager to win at Old Trafford in the Premier League with 3 different clubs. Are you confident that Everton can give you that? And what do you remember about those previous wins?
Yeah, obviously, when you win against a good team, always is massive, and then you have very good memories. But now it's just to concentrate on that. It will be a tough game, difficult game against a very good team. People can talk about, oh, they lost this game or the other one, but they have so many good players that anyone can make the difference, like they did against Villarreal. So for us, it's just, or for me, it's to concentrate on to do well, to be sure that we can present a team that can compete and try to get the 3 points. That's it.
But those previous wins there for you must be really special memories, aren't they?
Yeah, for sure. It's just you win games anywhere, but especially in this big stadium against a top side. So it's always important. And I have a lot of good memories, yes.
How are you going to stop Ronaldo? 5 goals on his return to Manchester United. He's 36. He's been a sensation. You know all about him, of course, from Real. How are you going to stop him?
I think Cristiano is a great professional. With his age, still is doing really well. So we have to keep an eye on him, but we have to keep an eye on the rest of the team. I said before, they have so many good players that anyone can make the difference. So we have to be concentrating from the first minute until the last minute.
Thanks, Rafa. Good luck.
Thank you.
Thanks, Jeremy. We'll go to Vicky Sparks at Premier League Productions, please.
Hi, Rafa. Good to see you.
Hi. Nice to see you.
Can we chat a bit about Andros Townsend? Obviously, great start to the season. He's described working with you as a match made in heaven and says that he loves the fact that you're never satisfied. Is that how you see yourself, and what's he like to work with?
Yeah, I think that as a manager, you have to try to improve your staff, yourself, your team, your players, the press department, so as much as you can. So everything has to be better and better if you want to compete and you want to have a chance to win. So Andros is a player that I knew well when we were in Newcastle United, and he's someone that is very keen to learn, is working very hard. I think he's a great example for the young players, and he's the type of player that the Everton fans love, because he gives everything on the pitch and at the same time he has quality.
And he's spoken about his desire to score regular goals rather than just spectacular goals, wants to get into double figures for goals and assists this season. As a manager, is that what you would be most pleased to see from him this campaign, that consistency rather than the spectacular, although both obviously is good?
No, we talk about that. So I said, it doesn't matter how is the goal. The main thing is to score goals and to win games. So he has to give more assists, he has to score more goals, but he has to continue working for the team in the way that he's doing. That is an example for Demarai Gray, or will be an example for any of the other talented players that we have, that they can copy him and see that if you have the quality and you work hard, then you can be successful.
And in terms of Manchester United, they've had a habit of scoring late goals this season. Is that something you'll be wary of?
They can score goals anytime, so they have so much quality that anytime. But okay, they were, I would say, lucky, but also they have the quality to score in the final minutes because they continue pushing and attacking. So I think, as I said before, will be a tough game for us, and we have to be concentrated from the first minute until the last minute.
Thanks, Rafa. Good luck.
Thank you.
Thanks, Vicky. We'll go to Alistair McGowan at the BBC, please.
Hi, Rafa. How are you?
Hi, fine, and you?
Good, thank you. I just wanted to ask a bit more about Ronaldo. Is that someone that you have to sort of focus on primarily in terms of the game on the weekend, or does it affect your team tactics at all when you've got such a big player for him?
No, not really, because if you name any of the other players that can play, I'm sure that the offensive players, all of them, they can score goals and they can make the difference on their own. So you cannot concentrate just on one player, even if he's as good as Cristiano, when they have so many players around good enough. So we have to have a game plan, trying to stop them and trying to be positive and score goals. So, but it's not just Cristiano, because the others, they can score goals, anyone.
And obviously he's, well into his 30s now. Are you surprised that he can still have such an impact at the age he is?
No, not really, because when I was coaching him in Real Madrid, he was one of the best professionals. So he was always training well, always available, always taking care of his body. And then I think it was an example as a professional.
And just last of all, obviously, a few games in now into the Premier League. I just wondered whether you had noticed any major differences to the league compared to when you were last the manager here.
Yeah, more or less, I would say the style. A lot of people, they want to play from the back, and then they talk about possession. Maybe more people also realize that it's not a big issue, the possession. It's just how many goals can you score, how many chances you create, and then things like that. But it seems that the mantra of positive football on the front foot, all these things is good for the press conference. But in the end, what you have to do is to play well and to win games. So both things, and you can do it in different ways.
Thanks, Alistair. We'll go to Mike Hughes, Radio Merseyside, please.
Hi there, Rafa.
Hi. Okay.
Yeah, fine, thank you. How would you assess the progress and the performances so far this season of individually and collectively of the Abdoulaye Doucouré and Alan axis in the holding deeper line midfield positions? Because they've done really well. How much more can they improve? And there seems to be a lot more attacking intent from them this season. How have you managed to bring that into their game?
Yeah, when you sign in a new club, you try to analyze your players, the strengths and the weaknesses of each player, and if you can improve something or you can reinforce them to do something that they are doing well. So with those, with Doucouré, very clear, he has the energy, the potential to get into the box. And then I told him so many times, just go, don't drop off too much, because you can be a threat in attack. And he's doing really well. So we were joking about to score 5 goals. He has already scored 3, 1 disallowed, but count just 2. And then he's doing well, and he's focused on that, on to play well for the team, and at the same time to be sure that he can score more goals. So I'm really pleased, because that is an extra motivation for any player.
And Andros Townsend, we've already mentioned what an incredible start he's had this season, and hinted at before. He's mentioned about your never satisfied mentality, and other players that you've worked with in the past have said that. How easy is that to work with different types of players? Because some players would be more accepting of that. Others might see it as, well, I played well, but the manager isn't praising me. How does that work out?
Normally, the good professionals, they improve, because you try to analyze little things, little details that can make them a little bit better, and they will improve. So I remember some players in the past that they were complaining, but years after, so okay, it was my best years, no, when they score more goals or when they play much better football. So Andros is a player that he's intelligent, and he's a hard worker. So then he's trying to improve his game every day. But I say it's a good example for players like Anthony Gordon, Demarai Gray, Alex Iwobi, that they are playing in the same position, and we work together in terms of movements, the understanding of the game when you are attacking, when you are defending. So that is the way. I think it's great for them to have someone pushing them. Always, I say the same. When you remember your teachers in the school, you remember the good ones, the ones that were pushing you, not the nice one that they allow you to do whatever you wanted. Yes, you have to push a little bit nicely, and then the players, they will improve.
And how are you going to cope defensively against Manchester United, given all the attacking talent they have at their disposal, you know, in the lineup, on the bench, and if you allow them to have too much possession, that can be dangerous, can't it? How do you sort of set up this week for trying to prepare for this?
I think the game against Villarreal was a good example. Villarreal, they tried to play from the back. At the beginning, United was pressing with intensity and was difficult for them. Little by little, they could manage, and they were more dangerous in the counter-attack. At the end of the game, again, Manchester United, they were pushing, and it was complicated. So for us, we don't have maybe these experienced players like Albiol, that was our player in Napoli, that they can play. They have 4 players in the middle that they can play good football from the back, and then they are experienced players with quality, and they are patient when they move the ball. So maybe we don't have that, so we have to adapt to our players, but we will try to be strong in defense, and obviously we will try to score goals.
Thanks, Mike. We'll go to
Thank
Ian
you.
Abrahams at TalkSport, please.
Hi, Rafa. How are you?
Yeah. Fine, and you?
Not too bad. Last time we spoke, you'd just taken the job at Everton. So I just wondered, first of all, whether you now feel at home, feel settled in, you're level on points for United going into this game, 1 behind Liverpool, and just how you feel now you're at Goodison Park.
Really pleased. As you say, I'm at home because a lot of people here, they treat me really well from day one. So it's not that we didn't have any issues. And we are working hard, they are working hard, we are improving things, and everybody is happy in the way that things are going on. So really, I am feeling that I am at home.
Everyone normally in the transfer window likes to see their team spend 10, 20, 30, 40 million pounds on one player. You spent way less than that. I think it was less than 5 million pounds on your 2 stars so far this season, Andros Townsend and Damari Gray. Just talk to us about the influence those 2 have had, and whether it's even been greater than you thought it would be.
I want to be, you say honest, but I don't want to say honest. I want to praise some players, because I think we talk about Demarai and Andros, that they are doing really well, but I'm really pleased with Lonergan, and I'm really pleased with Begovic and with Rondon. They are working for the team, they are experienced players, and they are a great example for the others. So when you see these 2 keepers that they have experience also in the Premier League, and they come here and they train harder than anyone, I think it's a great example for everyone. So Andros and Demarai, they are taking the credit and the applauses now, but I think that the others are doing a great job also.
And finally, just a couple on Ronaldo. First of all, are you looking forward to seeing him? I mean, was he I take it he's the best player you've ever managed.
He's one of the best players for sure. He's a great finisher, and then I was lucky enough to have very good players in my teams, but he's one of the best, and I say he's a great professional, so it will be good to see him, but away from our goal.
And what does he add to the Premier League? I mean, with the Premier League's already got most of the best players in the world already here. Lukaku's at Chelsea. You know, Liverpool have got Mo Salah. You've got some fantastic players like Richarlison and Everton. What does having Ronaldo in the Premier League for you add to the Premier League that maybe didn't already have?
I think he's what they say, he's a great finisher. So you can see every game that he has chances, he can score goals, and it's a good example for the strikers to see that you can play for a while if you are professional and you are focused on your job.
Thanks, Ian.
Thank you.
We'll go to Phil Medlicott, the Press Association, please.
Oh, hi there, Rafa. Just 2 things I wanted to check on. Firstly, one name we didn't mention earlier on the team news front was Gbamin. I don't know if he's back in training or whether there's a chance he might be involved on Saturday.
Yeah, JP is training again, so he's fully fit and it's okay. And we have, like I said before, Dominique or Coleman, so some players are still there that they are not available. But Gbamin is a good news because we needed bodies.
The other thing I want to check in on is the situation with players going on international duty travelling to red list countries. It looks like fully vaccinated players will be able to do that and have quarantine exemptions when they come back. Is that your understanding? And as it stands, are all your players that have been called up going to be able to go?
we know that there are new rules, and we are encouraging our players to have the double vaccine, and then we deal with each situation. But we are quite comfortable with our situation. So in general, we are managing well. But again, I would say we try to advise the players to have the double vaccination, because it will be easier for the international duties and when they have to come back, all these things. So I think it's important for everyone to realize that it's helpful for everyone.
I'm just trying to think in terms of your players that might affect. I was thinking it's only Yerry Mina and Salomon Rondon. Is that correct? Are they going to be able to travel?
Yeah, it could be, but Jerry has a double vaccine, and with Salomon we have a special situation that we are dealing with the federation. So I think it will be okay. At the end, I think we'll be fine.
Thanks, Phil.
Thank you.
Finally, in the open section, we'll go to Jim Conlon, please.
Hi, Rafa. Just a quick question there on Alex Iwobi. Alex recently in an interview there with a goal mentioned that he can no longer make excuses for himself in terms of his career at Everton since arriving a big fee from Arsenal on 28 million. Alex has praised you. He feels now that he's beginning to show his true colours at Everton. And do you believe that? Obviously, he's the legendary name of JJ Okocha, his uncle as well. Do you believe Alex can fulfil that potential?
I would say that he has a little problem. I don't know if he will be available for tomorrow, but in terms of his future, his attitude, the way that he is training and playing, I'm really pleased. I think that the fans appreciate that he's giving everything on the pitch, and we are working specifically with him and with the wingers about movements and position. And then I think he's improving, and he's enjoying this improvement. And still, we can improve him a little bit more, because he's working so hard in the training session, and he has so much potential to keep working with him that I think he will be much better player at the end of the season.